What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up?
How's it going, Tomboy?
Good. How about you?
Good. We got Josh on board. Josh, say hello.
Yo.
What's up, Josh?
Good.
We got Josh. Those of you that listened, so it was like the episode right before Halloween when we called you and we were talking about that.
All the horror movies.
Oh, yeah, when you
Top
called me
10
at work.
Yeah, the top 10 horror films of.
Are you at work there?
No
Yeah.
idea what's on a podcast. He's like, hey, man, can you call me? And I'm like, yeah, sure.
Yeah. So now you get to be on here for a full episode and we can really dive into some.
Oh, you guys are in for a treat.
Oh.
Yeah. So before we do dive in, I just talked to Kelly recently.
Oh,
Like, you know, from the old gang, Mars
yeah,
Bar.
she still haven't met her?
She's Willoughby, I think. She's still on the east side.
Yeah, well, you just might as well just call
Oh,
it
the east side is the
because
same.
it's
Yeah,
all
yeah, yeah.
Willowick, Willoughby,
All of it.
all of them men are.
Once you pass 480, it's all east side and nobody knows anything.
Yeah. So she told me that she's still listening to the show every week, so I wanted to give a
nice.
little shout out to Kelly.
Thanks,
hey,
Kelly.
Kelly.
And also that would be perfect since you're on here too.
I know.
So thanks for listening, kiddo. Let's see. Besides that, I don't know. Anything new for you, Josh?
New for me, as far as what I got going on? No.
Yeah. Anything exciting?
Anything exciting? Let's see. Nothing really exciting on my end. Just, just doing my thing.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. That sounds awesome. It's very
Yeah,
exciting.
I know, man.
Very exciting for everybody here.
I went cliff diving a couple weeks ago, and then I went on a treasure hunt with some friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make this shit up as
No,
I go.
that's perfect.
Fuck
That's
yeah.
see, there we go. Now we got some
The
radio.
plot of Goonies.
Yeah.
Wait, that plot was from the Goonies. Shit.
Tomboy, anything from you?
I got nothing, man. Just
Okay.
trying to wind down. Holidays are coming up and all that, so just trying
Sure
to
is.
deal with the whole family thing. So.
Yeah.
I feel like November is the countdown to dread for like the holiday season.
Oh,
It's like,
Like-
gosh, here comes the shit. Yeah.
It's like as soon as Halloween's over, there's that weird lull where you just wait for it to get fucking cold and snowy.
Mhm. It's on
Yeah.
its way.
It's like a countdown.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just get it over with. Just pull the band-aid.
Yeah, just fucking.
I'm
God.
cool with it.
I love Thanksgiving too, and it sucks that I can't get excited about it because afterwards it's like fucking Mariah Carey and shit.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
she's already out.
Dude, I went to the mall yesterday and they had that shit.
Oh, I'm
Like,
sure.
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
it was like I stepped into a Christmas story. Fucking Santa Claus was out.
I was at a bar
too
on
early.
Halloween weekend.
Way
and they
too
were,
fucking
They
early.
were playing it on Halloween weekend. At a
For
bar.
real?
Yeah.
That's some fucking asshole though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
God, they're the worst.
Dude, I was just trying to get a pair of jeans, man, and I'm like, is that fucking Santa walking through the food court?
Of course. Gotta
And
get it in.
yeah, dude, he was fucking jolly and shit. And
It's
I
like-
mean, they didn't have a whole lot of business, but I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here, bro?
He was a jolly Santa. It's not like
I
in
mean-
Bad Santa where he's like, I'm on my fucking lunch break when that little kid's trying to say hello.
Mediocre Santa. Like, let's go halfway between.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so funny part about these guys, they know like several different languages. Did you know that? Like
Oh,
The
dude.
fucking
Santas?
professional Santas are professionals,
You
man.
kind of have to, I guess.
Ooh.
Just
Oh,
in case you get
yeah.
stuck with a kid who speaks Spanish or.
Fuck, I didn't even think of
They're
that. That
authentic,
never even
dude.
crossed my mind.
Yeah, I've heard.
That's-
Oh,
I,
Feliz
I'm trying to
Navidad,
think about
bitch.
who told me this. Maybe it was my mom. Said she met like a Santa that knew like 6 different languages. What?
I
gotta
didn't even
find one.
think of that.
We gotta find them all.
It's
We
like a
have like yeah, like
Prereq, man.
whoa.
Like, just know a bunch of languages before you fucking deliver some Christmas cheer and shit. you know?
Yeah, what a
yeah.
mind blower. Huh?
I said we gotta find one to interview somebody.
That
Oh
has
yeah,
got
jot
to
that,
be a
jot that down
great-
somewhere.
yeah.
Great fucking backstory.
I don't have my book open. Yeah, that would be great. Let's get a fucking Santa Claus in here or someone that has done it. I'm gonna go on Reddit.
Yeah,
Let's try Facebook first. Then we'll...
You can't find like a normal Santa either. He's got to have like a really good fucking backstory.
Oh yeah,
Sure,
I know.
yeah.
I want a bad Santa. Like
Saving-
I want the
Oh, you want a
fucking.
bad
You
one?
see
I was
the
gonna
shit.
say he was like saving kids out of a burning building. Too.
Oh,
I was
okay,
like,
I
no,
mean-
I want him selling drugs to minors.
Yeah.
yeah,
He's
I mean, I
selling
guess,
pot in the parking lot of his break.
yeah. I mean, I'll take both, but it would be much more hilarious to get one like
Bad Santa?
Yeah, like from like Bad Santa, just a fucking mess of a person.
Is it like the daytime Santa? Like when you said you went to get your jeans or whatever? Is that like daytime strippers? You're like you just don't want to deal with it. You just don't want to do them.
Is there such a thing as a nighttime Santa?
Well, I mean, like evening.
I
you
mean,
know?
there was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
an
true.
elf there that could have been like, knighting as a stripper. Honestly,
Oh.
she was wearing a really short like Miss Santa outfit, and I was like,
I mean, work's been tough since Lido Lodge went closed.
I know. Well,
That's true.
transition to
R.I.P.
OnlyFans isn't for everybody, you know.
Yeah, still trying to get that OnlyFans going.
Right. I went and saw Jon Stewart on Friday. Justin and I went.
Nice.
Yeah, like her pops gave us the tickets. They were supposed to go, and something came up, and we're like, okay, this would be kind of cool. We got there, and it was like slammed. But they were doing the whole like how Chappelle was like having everybody lock up their phones. You guys know about this? Like
Yeah.
he's like,
No, I told you about that.
Oh,
'cause
yeah,
I went and
okay.
saw him in Vegas.
Okay,
yeah.
so it was you then. Yeah. So Jon Stewart was kind of doing like the whole same thing. So when you get through with your
Except
scanning your
it's
ticket,
fucking John Stamos.
No, Stewart.
Jon Stewart. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm like John Stamos.
John
Why the fuck are we
Stamos?
talking about
John Stamos is still playing with Beach Boys. Feels like he did on Full House.
Right.
I'm just like, where's he going with this, man? I'm like waiting for the line.
Yeah. No, but like we get through with our tickets, and then they're like, all right, you're supposed to step off to these two different tables to basically lock your phone up. And what it is that they give you like a bag, you put your phone in, and then they like lock it,
Seal
and then
it
they
shut.
take the key and probably give you like a number, like a valet number. You
Just
know
in
what I
case
mean?
you need it for an emergency.
Right, whatever the case is. And then so Jess and I just like walked in between both these tables. We're like, fuck that, I'm not giving them my phone. And then you get to the person like scanning you for everything. I'm like, fuck. Both of our phones are like in our pockets. The guy fucking scanned us and nothing. I had like my phone, lighter, like all kinds of shit. That was like, well, nothing went off. Just same thing.
They
We're
have
like,
to get through a lot of that shit nowadays. Like the stuff you used to get away with, or like had to take all in your pocket. You could just keep it in your pockets now and walk through most of them.
yeah, but nothing beeped. So like
I
Jess
know.
is like, are like those scanner things like just for show? Like,
Probably.
yeah.
Or if you will off, it's like just to see if you have like it's like it's a
just
belt buckle.
looking for guns.
So,
or-
yeah.
Well, my buddy had his work phone on him at Dave Chappelle back when I went to Vegas and saw him. And he had his work phone. He gave him one phone, had the other one. He's like taking it out. I'm like, man, we're here to see Dave fucking Chappelle. If you get me kicked out of this shit, I will never be your fucking friend again.
All
Put
because
the
of work.
fucking
Yeah.
phone
Yeah.
away.
I actually thought about that too, and I was like, why wouldn't you just bring a fake phone and then give them that so you have your real phone? But then I saw the people with the scanners. I'm like, never mind, that wouldn't work, but it actually did. So yeah,
Sweet.
Yeah.
How was the show?
it was okay.
Yeah.
Opener was all right, and then he
not
came out.
John Stewart of the late 90s, you know, like that was prime. Jon
Yeah,
Stewart.
he came out. He's 61 now. He basically was saying that like his first half hour was talking about how getting old is humbling, and then he broke into all the the political shit, and it was, you know,
It's
wataver.
like a John Stewart farewell show.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm getting too fucking old for this shit. He pulls
Yeah.
his Murtaugh.
I mean, he like paused. He's like, you know, fuck it. You guys have your phones locked up. But guess what? Jess and I didn't. But we didn't record anything. But he started basically went
We're
on.
telling you on our podcast.
Yeah. But he basically went on talking about how he would say retarded and the F word. Like all the time, and how like it was okay, and he wasn't trying to offend anybody, so he had like a whole bit about that as well.
Yeah,
So-
back in the day, you could say the hard R word, and it was just
Mhm.
like,
That's what he was keeping phones locked up for.
I probably, yeah.
yeah, you
cares?
saw what happened to
Yeah.
Kramer, man.
Well,
That's why they do that shit.
yeah, I guess getting out of context or something like that. But
Yeah.
Yeah, all it takes is for somebody to clip it.
that's true. But then again, there's so many people at those events that have phones. It's like, if you want to just clip it to get them or whatever, there's a bunch of other people who'll be like, no,
They have
that's
the
not
full
true.
version
Yeah,
of it. Yeah.
So
So yeah, that's it. That's
Sweet.
my weekend. Just thought that was kind of funny that they're trying to do the whole lock down the phone situation, and then it didn't actually need it to be
Yeah, where was that at?
Playhouse Square.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm. So, let's get into what we came here to do. Josh, you've always been my horror companion / friend of me, and I mean that in the best way.
More horror companion than friend, but yes.
Yeah. Basically, Josh and I are always into like constantly watching horror films, and it's always back and forth. Did you see this one yet? And it's like, you know, there's an app that we use that you can rate movies out of 5 stars, and it's really funny because I will rate something at like 4 stars for me, which I'm like is like that was really fucking cool, you know. But Josh would be like 3 stars, and that's kind of the same thing from him. Like, wow, you're way more stricter on your stars here, bud.
I have loosened my ratings on movies so far since. I've made adjustments.
Okay.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like I've been seeing you.
I think there was like a little angry side to me, like fuck this movie. Like if there's like
Like,
one
if it was
scene
bad,
I
or
don't
is it,
like,
like-
I'm just like fuck this
Oh,
movie
okay.
for the rest of the time.
Yeah.
Like they kill a dog in it or something. I'm
Oh,
like,
sure.
this is fucking bullshit. The rest of- and it's like a Yelp rating. I'm just like deducting them stars based on behavior.
Yeah. I mean, like, I've noticed over the last, like, at least 6 months that you've been rating things higher. And I'm like, what? Josh gave this a 4? I'm like, it was all right, I guess. But we have different meetings, apparently.
Turning over a new leaf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, for me, I'll automatically put movies like Black Sheep or, like, Tommy Boy, right? For, like, 5 stars. It's nostalgic. It's funny. It holds up. Josh, on the other hand, you would rate those movies at, like, what?
You want me to look up my Tommy Boy reference?
I mean, I
Let's
guess
see.
you can.
I mean, I can
What
do
does
it
this
real
have?
quick. What did I have it
But
rated
like
at?
we've had this discussion, I'm like everything that was nostalgic for me that I still like watch.
Well,
like
yeah,
Goonies and
because
all
you
that.
watch it a different like than somebody else might.
But I still watch like Goonies and shit like that like all the time. I'm like, that's a fucking 5-star, dude.
Yeah, because you grew up with it. or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
Oh, I gave Tommy Boy 4.5.
Oh, okay, that's fair. There was
Yeah.
some other movie and I was like, what?
Yeah, there's some comedies in there that
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just like
What is this?
they
app?
had their place in time, but they're not like historic.
Yeah.
I guess.
What is this app you guys use? Or?
It's called Letterboxd.
Oh, okay.
BOXD. And basically, you just rate every single movie that you
Gotcha.
watch.
Yeah,
and
it's
you
like
can,
Goodreads for movies.
Right,
pretty much.
right.
Yeah.
Like the good IMDb.
Yeah, the one that makes more sense.
yeah.
So, I guess to start things off, do you have like what's like your top 5? I mean, 2024 was a really good fucking year for horror flicks.
You know what? Honestly, looking back at it, it might be the best year of horror.
Yeah.
Like, really.
For a really long time, because I was even scoping out horror flicks for over the past 5 years, and I feel like each year had like a couple of bangers, but I feel like 2024 had like a lot of fucking good movies.
Yeah, all year long there was like one coming out like every month, if not
Yeah.
like 2 times a month.
What about so you have like what's like a top 5?
Oh, my top 5 for 2024.
Yeah, 2024.
Let's
And it doesn't have to be any specific order. Just like what's like your 5 faves?
So, I mean, there's not a whole lot of surprises on there. There's Late Night with the Devil,
Mm-hmm.
In a Violent Nature.
That one's still on my list.
In a Violent Nature is great.
Yeah, I still want to watch it. Jess isn't really into like slasher flicks, so that's one I have to like just have to watch by myself when she's like going to bed early or something.
Yeah, I mean, and it is gruesome too. I mean,
Mhm.
that's probably got the best kills out of any movie I've ever seen.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're just like, I mean, how much have you heard about it?
Just that it's like basically like a POV of like a serial killer, but it's also kind of like third person, right? It's just following around the serial killer around the whole time.
Yeah, it's like Friday the 13th meets like Art House, right?
Sure.
It's just like a different like movie all around. It still kind of makes those movies make sense, but the biggest part people I think missed on it was it was shot in central Ontario, like in the middle of like the woods. So like me, I'm just getting incredibly high at home, man, and I'm like watching this horror movie, and I'm not even looking at the guy. I'm just looking at like the panoramics,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
cinematography. It's gorgeous.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, it's shot in some of like the really great locations. And it's the slowest burn on earth. Like it is the slowest burn movie.
That's
I've
also what I
ever
heard,
watched.
which I have a lot of trouble with when they're really slow burns. Although I do feel like, and I don't know if it's just the movies this year or my tolerance is getting better, but I feel like I'm not as like shitty about the slow burns as I used to be.
Yeah. Well, the one thing about like film in general is In a Violent Nature, plot wise, it's really slow.
Mm-hmm.
But it also, like a lot of people that say they didn't like it, I was just like, but it was gorgeously shot.
Mm-hmm.
And it was such a different film like than I'd ever seen. And that's the one thing that's I see like so many slasher films that are just recycled over and over and over again. In a Violent Nature was like fresh. It was like different, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it like basically the funny part is it brings out like 10-year-old me was like, man, I wish they had like a point of view from the serial killer's perspective.
Right.
And it
Now you
makes
finally got it.
it makes it all kind of make sense, man.
Mhm.
Like it's a very good film. And there's this scene in it. Have you heard about the scene where he hooks her?
No, don't say anything.
Oh, I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
read it? Okay.
No, yeah. I mean,
No spoilers.
well, yeah. I mean, for me, like, we're gonna get through some movies here, and unless Tommy calls no spoilers, we can spoil.
No, I'll go for it, man.
Okay, but I haven't seen it yet,
nothing's like fresh, right? Like it's still
Well-
in theaters or whatever.
well, I mean, we're
They're-
gonna be talking
They're
about
fresh to Tony, so we're not allowed to spoil
Yeah,
it for
yeah.
him.
Well, yeah, don't spoil it for him.
yeah, just that one. Yeah, nothing about that because that one's still on my list to watch.
Okay.
Late Night with the Devil. That was like pretty cool. I love the '70s aesthetic of it. It had some like cool like the special effects to it.
Yeah.
It was shot really nicely. I think overall, I think I gave it probably a 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah, I saw you rated that one really low. I gave it like I think a 4.5, honestly,
Yeah.
in there. My take on that film, I mean, it was just something different again.
Mhm.
Like, right? That's something that's I think that's the biggest thing about new horror is that it's all new, right? And that's gonna grab somebody's attention.
Sure.
And that's why I liked Late Night with the Devil. I like the classic, like, Johnny Carson theme with
Right.
it, and it just the way it's shot, it's very retro. And I thought that was like, if anything, like super punk rock.
That's definitely something that caught my attention. That's definitely a part of it that I really enjoyed.
Like I'm not the biggest horror fan. I'll watch some here and there. That is on my list because I heard an interview with the the main actor in the movie, David. I don't know.
Dalmatian.
Dalmatian. Okay.
Yeah, it's something along.
Yeah, it's something. I heard the whole story about the whole. It's his like passion project he wanted to do for years. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm in for that. Like, I loved him in like Dark Knight and a few other movies that he's done, and it's like, all right, cool. Like, I'm all aboard for that.
Okay.
His Dark Knight cameo was like 2 minutes, by the way. That's funny that
Yeah,
you brought
but
that up, but
he's
I
got a whole
loved him
career
in it.
because
I
of it.
really did. That's funny because I always remember. I mean, he's in the back of that ambulance and he's got like Rachel's name tag in, and
Right.
Batman sees him. Like that's his basically the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like that's his whole cameo in the whole movie.
And he blew up
But I
because of that
remembered
cameo.
him.
Yeah.
But I remembered him just like you did, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Who is this guy?" Even when he came out with Late Night and the Devil, I was like, "Oh, that's the guy from The Dark Knight."
He's got that kind of face. That
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No
recognize
major
immediately,
role. Yeah.
Right. Hell yeah. It's someone I would definitely go back and like rewatch just to see things that I might have missed. But I think my first run through, I was like, it's all right. It's cool. Yeah. But I've done that with multiple movies, like, and we're gonna switch genres here for a quick second. But just for an example, like, Superbad and Hot Rod. The first time I watched those movies, I was like, meh, it's fine. But I watched them like again, like a second or third time. I was like, these movies are fucking incredible, and they're so good.
Is it like also time? Sometimes I see a movie and I'm like, it's all right, but it's also like, what mood was I in?
Sure.
Like that could be a whole factor. Of
Yeah,
other things,
agreed.
So.
Mm-hmm. So there's 2 out of the 5. What's some more that you got on your list for your other 3?
Biggest surprise was probably, well, no, not the biggest, because the biggest surprise we'll save for next. But I mean, I really liked Oddity.
Oddity was fantastic.
It was fucking great, and I always drew that from, like, it's just like it's these indie films are doing so much creativity in such a limited workspace. Like that movie only takes place in that house.
Yeah.
Pretty much, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a couple like of like the hospital scenes, but
Or
yeah,
where
the
they're in
majority.
the antique shop. and-
Yeah. But the majority of the movie is like in that house. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
dude.
was super cool. I really liked that one.
Yeah, my buddy said it best. He's like, that's the best movie I've ever seen with 3 actors in one house. That's all there is, the whole thing.
Yeah.
That was really cool, and it also reminded me of like, remember like the Indian in like or Native American, sorry.
In Creepshow.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it reminded me of,
Mhm.
right? Like that was kind of like that mannequin, the wooden mannequin. First of all,
Right.
it looked like pretty freaking. It looked like Pumpkinhead. You remember that movie?
Yeah.
That's kind of what it reminded me of. So it's like this demonic, like wooden creature that's just like, there to fucking find out the truth and fuck this dude up.
It was fucking that. Yeah, that was made fucking like that thing, like that. Whatever you want to call that thing.
I think it was like a totem.
Yeah, something. Whatever. Like I'm talking about in like an Oddity. Like that thing
Yeah.
like looked fucking cool.
Yeah.
Have you seen
No,
this one?
no, never heard of it. But
So
It's
basically,
gonna get really nerded out.
no, yeah, no,
Alright,
I'm here for that. Keep the conversation going.
well,
Yeah.
well, basically, it's about this like twin sister of this sister who died, and she's an antique collector, and she's blind, so she can like sense things like psychologically or
Okay.
with ESP and all that.
She's also she's blind.
Yeah, she's blind. She can like see the future. Anyway, so she basically sees something that the husband did and decides it's time to whip out this chest of fucking, wooden totem demon guy and
Yeah.
Oh shit.
gives it to him as a fucking housewarming gift.
Oh.
Like, hell yeah, bro. Like,
Yeah.
thanks, man, for bringing this creepy shit into my. I mean, I'd be fucking stoked.
Oh yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
They were not stoked.
You obviously.
But she's trying to sort out her sister's death,
Yeah, I gotcha.
mm-hmm.
Revenge plot.
murder, or whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And it kind of just goes through this, like, mystery, and you kind of don't really know what's going on until, like, the very end, but there's a lot of tension in it.
Nice.
Like, and it's just, like, I'm very, like, how movies are, like, old school. Like, they have to be eerie. Like, they have to have that feel to
Yeah.
it. And Oddity did a great job
Yep.
of that, man.
Mm-hmm. That's one of those ones that I feel like that is a slow burn, but there's like subtle things that are happening every so often.
It keeps
And
you
that's-
interested
yeah,
because it's
that's
giving
what-
you, like, a little bit to digest at a
Yes.
time where
Yep.
you can kind of start figuring things out.
Yep. And that's when it comes to slow burns, as long as you're able to like use that recipe, I'm in. Oddity really worked out well.
Yeah, it was great.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, you want to dive into my biggest surprise of the year? Was fucking Smile 2.
Oh, so
Yeah,
we
we
just
t-
watched that.
The second one?
Yeah, it was either like last night or sometime over the weekend.
So you got it fresh in your mind.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we just watched it maybe Friday night.
So yeah, like my standpoint was like, okay, the first Smile, it was okay, whatever. I'll watch the sequel.
So here's the thing: is that when the first Smile came out, I think I went, meh, it's fine, it's whatever, cool idea, but whatever. And when the second one came out, I didn't even remember. I didn't remember anything about the movie except for like the therapist office scene. That was it. And then the movie starts off for Smile 2 and it says 6 days later, and I go, I don't even remember how the fucking movie ended. And I had to like look it up to see that like the whole like setting herself on fire
Yeah.
and all that, passing it off to her ex-boyfriend. But go on.
Yeah. So basically, so basically this guy comes in and I'm watching like Smile 2 and I'm like, okay, it's just something like an average horror movie, and then it just kind of just starts going gradually very off the rails. So the story is basically Naomi Scott. She plays Sky, like this pop singer.
Yeah, Sky Riley.
Sky Riley. Yeah, Sky Riley. And it follows the main character or her, her boyfriend from the first one, who passes it on to her drug dealer,
Yeah.
who then starts to basically, long story short, he kills himself in front of her.
Mm-hmm.
But she's like this larger than life. Obviously, she has a lot of back issues, like drug
Past
use,
drug problem,
alcohol
alcohol,
problems.
yeah.
Do you know who her boyfriend or fiance was in that movie?
Like in real life?
Yeah,
No.
it was fucking Jack Nicholson's kid.
Oh, they're actually dating in real life? Oh, okay, I didn't know
So
that.
Jack Nicholson's son is actually in that movie.
Yeah, which was cool.
Which is why, like, on the posters, you're like, who the fuck is this guy that's doing the smile or whatever? He's only in it a limited amount of time.
Yeah,
but,
maybe like 3 minutes tops.
but he's got the Jack Nicholson
Yeah.
like smile to him.
eyebrows. Yeah.
Yeah, and all that. I always thought that was pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, like, so she's got back pain. She starts taking drugs, and she's visiting this guy who's selling drugs to her, like, in fucking some New York City loft. I don't know how fucking these people live, man. It's all fucking crazy to me. Like, fucking A. Yeah, I gotta go visit my cocaine dealer right now, who lives in a penthouse in the middle of downtown fucking Cleveland.
Yeah, and she's just there to get Vicodin for her back.
Yeah. So,
But then,
I was saying it's like
And then
like
this is-
friends. Like how the hell did they ever afford the apartment or whatever?
Yeah.
oh fuck no.
but of course, it's one of those things.
She was a fucking like waitress, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. And
You
the
gotta
thing
make
is,
it look cool though for whatever reason.
but it's one of those, in like all the movies where like the person's going to the house that they're not supposed to be at because they're supposed to be clean,
Yeah.
and they don't tell anybody that they go there, and then something bad happens, and then they can't call the cops, and then like it all kind of
Yeah.
spirals from there.
but that scene right there is where it just changes differently from the other movie. It just like goes.
I will say the way that he killed himself was actually really fucking gnarly.
That was the part about it. Yeah.
Just the way everything was coming to with each hit. I'm like, dude, this was done really well.
It was like one of those movies, like how they have the initial shock factor, and then all of a sudden they just go, "We're gonna keep this going." Like they just like the first time you're shocked, second time you're shocked, third time you're more shocked, fourth time you're like, "Is this
Yeah.
gonna fucking end?"
There was a
anytime soon?"
lot of jump scares. Jess was getting pissed. Like it'd be like, boom. She's like, God damn it. How many fucking times are they going to do this? I do say, I think the movie was too long. I don't think it needed to be like 2 hours or whatever the fuck. I think we could have probably cut a half hour out of that movie. But there was a lot of it. I'm like, I don't really need all of this.
I couldn't get enough of it. I thought it was.
okay.
I mean, that whole like half the movie. Did it even fucking happen?
Oh, well, that's the thing that once it comes down to the ending, you're like, was she imagining all of this part? Or was this was like a lot of that all in her head because of this thing fucking with her? Or was it all actually happening?
Well, that was the part about the first one they took over, and they were like, "Oh, people really were like thinking that this maybe this happened, maybe this didn't." But those snippets went on for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
This was like half the movie, and then she comes back, and you're like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah,
man.
but once you kind of get down to the end, then you kind of have everything figured out.
Yeah.
Which the ending was exactly what we called it. Like, I mean, we called it in that moment before it happened. We're like, it's gonna be this, and that, which is a great way to end it because in front of the entire crowd, right?
Yeah. Smashes her face with a microphone, right?
Oh yeah. Spoiler alert.
With that. Oh, well, sorry. If anybody out there actually wanted to watch it.
Yeah.
What was that? I'm trying to think. Was it a giant fucking blood-soaked mutant horse or something at the end? It was something fucking on the stage with her at the end. It was like something.
Oh yeah, that thing
was
that
some
like
fucking
crawled out of
weird-
her other body that she was
Yeah.
looking at. That was a weird fucking thing.
Well, the one part, like, so it was just that scene. It wasn't as much as the kills. It was just her reaction. I thought Naomi Scott killed that role.
Oh, no, she did a great job.
She was
Yeah.
like she was. It was just constant paranoia, and she was just not acting normal the whole time. And meanwhile, she's surrounded by all these people, and there's nowhere to hide.
Yep. What did you rate it?
I give it a 4-star, 4
Okay.
out of 5.
I gave it a 3.5.
Yeah.
Like, I think I gave the first one 3, because again I was like, meh, it's fine.
I gave the
second
first one
was
3,
second one was better than the first one.
and that's so rare.
Yeah. But it definitely had some cooler parts that I was like, good for them, good job.
Nah,
And
I'm
that's what
glad you
gave 'em
finally
that-
watched it because
that
I kept
extra
talking
half
about
star.
it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've been just watching through tons of things, and like we've also been like slammed with a bunch of shit with traveling and other things. But yeah,
Life's hard.
yeah.
Travel's hard.
Mm-hmm. So is that?
Gets in the way of your fucking horror movie watching.
It sure does. So is that 4? Did you-
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's give me one
Trying
more.
to think. Let me get you a good one though. Actually, honestly, that was 4, right? So yeah, we're going on. I mean, like, there's a few in here, like the new Speak No Evil.
I liked it.
I fucking loved it.
So we watched the first one, and it's a foreign film, and it was really like slow and boring. But this new one with what's his name, James McAvoy, is that his name?
He is so fucking intense and unsettling in it.
Dude, yeah, just fucking muscling that
Was this
fucking
the
guy.
one where they're like new neighbors or whatever, and they're out on this little island or something like that? And
Kind of. It's the
So they're on
family-
vacation.
On
and
vacation
they
and
meet a
becomes-
family,
meet a
and then they
family
go
and-
and visit them at their
That's
house.
okay. Yeah, I saw the trailer for that.
They
It
run
looked
into another
good.
family in like Italy or something like that. They're like, "Oh, come on over for like the night and hang out for the weekend
Yeah.
or whatever, or a cottage." And then
I thought of your buddies from Scotland when that happened, when I saw the trailer. I was like, oh shit! Like, you know, not like they would have murdered you guys or anything.
Yeah.
But like you met somebody on vacation, then you went to go visit them at their house, and it's like that's the plot of the
Oh,
whole
Yeah,
movie.
dude, you
Yeah,
could have been
yeah.
fucking murdered.
it sure could have, yeah.
Yeah,
Shout out Ian.
could have sold
Yeah.
it.
Shout out to Ian. We kind of like missed that.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool. I think that was very intense.
It's like what your thought was. Like, hey man, like this movie kind of is like boring, and then they're like, we could do this, right? Who are we gonna get to fucking cast in it? James fucking McAvoy.
Well,
You
the
know,
thing
like
is-
that dude just kills that fucking role. He is really unsettling.
Yeah, and the thing is too is that like typically I'm like, dude, why are we remaking a movie that was made like 2 years ago? But I get it doing from a foreign flick to an American one.
Oh, I didn't even know it was a foreign flick. So
Yeah, it's
Foreign. It wasn't like
Well,
dubbed or
yeah,
anything.
The original one's foreign, yeah, but I don't remember where.
but they
It
would
was-
make it for American audiences.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, and it definitely was way more intense. Like just
Bigger budget.
Oh, for
but,
sure.
Yeah.
You throw a movie star in there. you
James
got-
McAvoy don't come cheap. You know?
yeah. No, I liked it. That
I
was.
tried to
that
book him
was
for
cool.
the show.
book
It's
a
actually going to
cameo.
be on next week. Yeah.
James McAvoy's on next week, guys.
Nice. Tune
Stay
in till-
tuned.
keep tuning in until James McAvoy shows up.
Yeah. They started making TikToks and just being like, Another week of the podcast. Week 17 until James McAvoy comes on as a
Yeah,
guest.
it's like, oh, we don't have time for James. We'll get you next week.
Yeah. What about The Substance?
Oh God. So you know what? Like The Substance is great.
I fucking loved it.
I
dude.
liked it. It gets a little ridiculous at times, but I think when you accept like that's what you're getting, it makes it a lot easier to digest. And I even texted you afterwards, like, "What the fuck did I just watch?"
Oh yeah, the last 20 minutes, it's like, what just happened in the movie? Yeah, what the hell just happened?
Fucking Demi Moore decides to take that movie on.
Which is cool. You get
It's
to see
what I
her
thought
naked
was-
the whole time.
Well, again, I mean, she's no stranger to being naked on camera
Yeah.
either. But yeah, I even text my buddy. I'm like, Demi Moore nude in this movie, and he's like, yeah, I gotta check it out.
The younger girl, her tits were CGI'd. I mean, they look like her nipples look like very pink, like very pink. But I like looked it up, and she was actually naked in another movie, and they weren't that big. But I imagine that they probably had to make them bigger because Demi's tits are a lot bigger. So to have that transition.
That's interesting. How does one get into that gig?
Well, because I was talking about it with somebody, another buddy, and they're like, "Oh, what was?" I was like, "Yeah, it was cool. You got to check out this movie." I was like, "Demi Moore's naked. This other actress is naked," and they're like, "Oh, was she naked in anything else?" And I was like, "I don't know. That's a great question. Let's look it up." And she was. And then when I saw a screenshot, I was like, "Wait, her tits weren't that big." So either they were fake or CGI'd, but they definitely look CGI'd.
Sometimes they have body doubles stand in for like tits if the actress doesn't want to show them.
No, but it's full view.
Oh, okay,
It's
all right,
not
well,
like just like a neck down
I mean,
shot.
yeah, okay.
It's full view. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure those tits were
Like,
CGI'd.
Stunt tits.
Yeah, yeah.
We have to look up and see like who gets the job to CGI tits, right? Like, is that on LinkedIn? Like,
Can
I'm
I
a
apply?
tit
Yeah.
CGI expert,
Yeah,
and I just CGI tits, pornography, movies, all that shit.
that would be cool.
It would be cool, but kind of disappointing at the same time. though.
Yeah, you get.
Yeah, very much so. Because I mean, then you're just like,
You're ruining art.
you're
Yeah.
just ruining tits.
You see it behind the curtain. It's not fun.
You're just like staring at like it's just like tits all the time. Like so, I imagine like editing porn is probably like
Get desensitized to it real
yeah,
fast.
because then
yeah.
you're right. Then you're like, well, it's not even fun to look up porn to like jerk off to anymore because it's just
You
just
watch it in person, it's
all
totally
day. Yeah,
different.
for like 8-10 hours a day.
And I
Yeah,
imagine that shit's not flattering in person either.
No.
no.
All right, stop, and then go do it. And then...
I need you to get on this angle a little better. Okay, we need the camera up a little bit higher. And I'm like, dude, are we working porn here or a Spielberg film?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that
I want
was
to be the Spielberg of porn.
Spielberg or porn?
yeah.
That should be a bit.
Yeah. I just thought the movie itself was fucking cool. The last 20 minutes was fucking completely off the rails. I did not expect this. I thought, do we spoil alert for this one?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Tommy, you gonna watch this?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I saw the trailer. I saw the poster. I didn't know what it was, but I'm okay if it's spoiled.
Okay. So the premise is basically Demi Moore is an old famous like actress and for a TV show, and then she starts basically she gets fired because she's older. Yeah, and they need somebody younger. So there's this company that finds her where she can inject herself and be a younger version, alternate version of herself for a week, but they have to switch these off every week and go back and forth. Otherwise, it really fucks everything up.
So, like a Freaky Friday kind of situation, or is it like de-aging?
Yeah,
like,
it actually kind of.
I guess
well,
kind
maybe.
of. I mean,
or
but
is it
it's,
like
if
just
it's
straight
only,
up like
Have you-
you inject yourself and de-age?
but the other body is knocked out with a feeding tube for an entire week.
Okay, so a Freaky Friday meets like the Matrix, whatever.
Kind of.
So I'm gonna bring this up. Have you ever seen the movie Cocoon?
A long time ago.
Okay, I don't remember what it's about, but I'm pretty sure this like mirrors that, right?
I
Like
thought it was the old people. Was that?
they
what Cocoon
hatch into
was?
younger people.
Yeah, like they were on a boat or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever that movie is.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that, man. Like where she basically like hatches out of herself a younger version of herself,
Okay.
and then she stitches herself back up and
Mhm.
go lives this double life. It's
Huh.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, so it's kind of back and forth until like, and if the company tells them like if you either one of the bodies stay out longer than the week, then it starts like basically like taking away from the other body. So the younger girl's like, well, just one more day, right? And then she switches over, and like Demi Moore comes back too, but like one finger is like
oh, there's a, yeah,
It's a
you have to pay
rod.
it's
for
like
it.
rot,
Yeah.
like rotted, like on her hand, and so
Right.
it's kind of happens like this. But
And
man,
this is where the trouble starts too.
so
Of course,
and it just
yeah.
basically and so this is basically just keeps happening over and over until like the younger one's like basically trying to stay as long as possible, but like if you also stay out too long, it starts fucking with you yourself.
Oh, okay. So
You
it's
have
the
to-
yin and
you
yang
have to-
where you have to stay.
But so by the time where she's finally supposed to get this like award or whatever, and she's in the bathroom and she starts like fucking pulling out teeth, she's ripping out nails, which no movie ever really does both. It's one or the other. This one did both of them.
Yeah.
And then so I'm like, all right, here's the ending. She's gonna be forced to go out on stage. She's not gonna be able to escape this coliseum, and she's gonna have to be out there with all this fucking teeth missing and like fucked up, right? That's not it. She got out. She got out, and then goes back and basically tries to do it to herself again to basically like recreate like another version, right?
Yeah.
And what ends up happening is it turns her into essentially like a blob monster, like Toxic Avenger looking motherfucker.
Dude,
Okay.
the last like 20 minutes is a Guar concert.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Big group of people, blood shooting out of her mouth on stage.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
there's
know
a
where the
point
hell it
where
was.
like a tit falls out of her eyeball, like just grows and falls out of her eyeball. It's just it's just bloodshed everywhere, all over the people, all over the hallways of the building. It's just insane.
Okay.
And I'm just like, this is fucking gnarly. And then even to like the last like couple minutes of the film, to the point when the credits started rolling, Jess and I started clapping.
Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah, we clapped. That was
At
fucking
your own
insane.
house.
Yeah.
See, that last part is where it lost me. I'm like, I mean, I thought it was entertaining, but it was just like a one and done, right? Like, I'm like, all right, man, the only time I'm going to show this to somebody else is when somebody wants to see something really fucked up and weird, right?
Yeah, and then watch it
Show me
again.
the most fucked up thing you can see. All right, go.
Yeah, hey, man, you want to see Jerry Springer, a Guar concert kind of thing? Fucking spraying fucking blood out of her mouth and
Oh,
all that shit.
it was gnarly.
Yeah.
Definitely recommend.
Yeah, very good. But,
What about Trap?
oh, Josh Hartnett saved that film.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I really liked it.
I thought the movie would have been dog shit without him.
Probably.
Yeah, Josh Hartnett really did that for me. Like he was, he was fucking killer in it.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked it a lot. It kind of lost me at the end where he starts kidnapping like celebrities and taking them, or kidnaps that singer and takes her away. I'm like, all right, bro.
Well, he's kind of stuck at that point.
Well, I was just like, how is this guy able to get this pop singer out of this building?
Well, that's the cool part, because like I'm the kind of person that when I'm watching a movie, I'm like put myself in that position. So like that first like 45 minutes of the movie, I'm acting like Josh Hartnett. I'm like looking around like, how the fuck do we get out of here? Oh, there's an opening down there in the floor, or like these back hallways. Like how the fuck do we get out of here? You know, like I'm feeling that intensity. But
It was good to see like they bring back like the old school serial killer type vibe.
Mhm.
Like you haven't seen that for a while either, where it's just like normal Josh Hartnett, Family Guy, dad, closetly psychopath.
yeah,
You know, burning all his fucking neighbors and whoever the fuck he was after. I think it was just random as fuck. Right?
mm-hmm. And again, spoiler alert. I loved that the twist here was that the wife found out about him being a serial killer and actually planned this whole thing, this concert, for him to take his daughter to the concert.
Yeah.
Like this is all her idea to get him
To set
caught.
him up to get caught.
Yeah, which is fucking dope. And then through the rest of the ending there, like I mean, I thought it was all like pretty cool. I liked it.
Yeah, it was very straightforward. Like they get him all out of there, but you know,
A lot of people were like, "That movie's fucking dog shit. Shyamalan sucks."
Shyamalan does suck.
I mean, he's had a lot of bad ones.
You go
lately.
into a Shyamalan movie thinking, you're like, all right, what's the twist? Automatically, you're like, who's the killer? What's the twist? You know, like, what's the deal?
Well, that's the
And
problem.
it takes you out of the
Enjoying
movie.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Because everyone's waiting for that Sixth Sense twist for every single
Right.
movie, and that just can't happen, especially in like the amount of movies that he's made. You know, like Signs was great, Unbreakable was great,
Watchers.
Sixth Sense was great.
Watchers was one of his, right?
His daughter did it.
Oh, that movie
Which-
fucking sucks.
I liked it.
Just putting it out there. Sorry.
I liked Watchers. I thought it was cool for what it was.
Unless she was 5. Did she direct it at 5? Because Because that would be some serious talent at 5 years old.
Oh, it sure
But
would.
by an actual adult,
think she was-
think it was the equivalent of manure in a barn.
Well, I think that when they said that they're 5.5, that makes them kind of older for it. Okay, so how about this? I got some horror questions I want to ask you. I mean, you've seen a lot of horror films, yes?
Yeah, I've seen my fair share. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I realize I'm answering that for somebody else. I'm like, you already fucking know this. answer.
Yeah. This is for everybody else. So, listen, I'm gonna give you. I'll start off with some like easy ones. Okay. How about this? Who was the killer in the first Friday the 13th movie?
Are you stealing these from Scream?
No.
It was
Good
Mrs.
reference.
Voorhees.
Yeah. Well, I just want to. I'm giving you some easy ones here. Okay. Speaking of Mrs. Voorhees, well, why did none of them ever say anything about Jason's dad? Right?
No, never.
What's going on with Jason's dad?
He went out for a pack of cigarettes and never came back.
He was
'Cause
the
his-
milkman.
Yeah. He saw Jason and was like, ugh,
Nope.
I'm out of here. Yeah.
Look at this fucking kid. I'm hitting
Yeah.
the road.
Tomboy, can you look up to see if there's anything about like Jason Voorhees' father, and to see if
All right,
there's
let me see something
anything
pops
like
up.
a short story or something? I don't know. I'm just really curious. Why didn't they say anything with that?
Probably standard stuff, you know.
Sure, especially for its time, it didn't matter. Okay, how about this? Which actor made his feature film debut in Nightmare on Elm Street?
Is that Robert England?
No. Like which? Like there's a
Oh,
big.
Johnny Depp.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. His name is Elias Voorhees. Jason's father was a character who was slated to appear in the film, but was cut by the studio. In the novel, instead of being cremated, Elias has Jason burned after his death.
He what?
Has Jason burned after his death.
Oh, so there's an alternate ending, is what they're saying.
Oh.
So at the end of the film, Jason's dead and his dad cremates him, which would have killed the whole franchise. So they took it out.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Well,
So-
there you go. The
so
more you know.
What was his occupation?
Uh,
Not the same as Kevin McAllister's dad, I'm sure.
I'm not. I don't think-
You're a Jaws fan, aren't you?
I'm going to say he's Chippendale. Let's just go with that. Moving on.
You're a Jaws fan, right?
Yeah. Most
Do you-
watchable movie of all time.
Do you know what the name of the boat is?
Ooh. And that's really fucked up because anybody listening to this knows I probably watched
They're
it
all
like
yelling at it.
60 fucking times. If you tell it to me, I will know it immediately.
Did you just let me know if you want to give up?
Go ahead.
It's the Orca.
Damn it. Yeah, you're right. I did know that.
No bell for you.
Fucking fail.
Do you know which Friday the 13th movie that Jason got his mask?
3?
It was 3. Nicely done.
How many questions do you have on this thing?
I just have a handful of them. Mind your
We're
business.
on like question 5 and we're like an eighth of the way through it. Are you going to ask me 40 straight horror movie questions?
No, I'm not going to ask 40. More like 39.
All about Jason.
I'm giving you some like easy ones here. All right, listen. All right, in the ring. How many days do they have to wait until like after they get that phone call? How many days do they tell them?
7. Yeah.
7 days. All right.
All right. He's humming.
Let's see. Do you know what the name of the killer who possesses the doll who becomes Chucky? What that killer's name was?
Charles Lee Ray.
Nice.
What was his real name? Can't think of it off the top of my head.
I don't know.
He was famous too, man. Trying to think about who the fuck it was.
The
Mhm.
real Chucky?
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
I don't remember what it is. How about this? What was the name of Nev Campbell's character in Scream?
Sidney Prescott.
Nicely done. Let's see. Do you know which Marvel superhero starred in Halloween: Curse of Michael Myers?
Mm-mm-mm. Oh,
And-
that was Ant-Man.
Yep.
Fuck. God damn, what the hell is his name? Paul Rudd.
Yep, I'll give you that. Yep, Paul Rudd. That's it. Let's see. How often does Pennywise come out to feed?
Every 43 years?
27.
27.
What about for Jeepers Creepers?
Oh, fuck that movie.
You don't like Jeepers Creepers?
No.
What? Even with Justin Long?
I mean, that one's okay. It's
Yeah,
watchable.
the first one's all you really need to give a shit about.
Oh, okay. And I half give a shit about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all right.
Yeah, the other ones are just man. I didn't even watch the new one.
Is that one every 43 years? Maybe that's where I got it.
23.
23, 43,
Close.
same thing.
Yeah. Okay. How about this? What's the name of the spacecraft the crew is aboard? An Alien. Also, you're a huge Alien fan.
I am. I'm trying to think because I just saw the new one, but it's not Romulus.
Nope.
What is it?
It begins with an N, as in Nancy.
Oh, fuck's sakes.
It's an N word.
Okay, I won't take that setup here, but thank you. It's like that South Park episode where he's on fucking
Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune. He's like, it's an N word.
Yeah. I know what it is, but I don't want to say it.
I am not falling for your bullshit. All right?
Do you know what it is?
No. Nostradamus.
Close. It's the Nostromo.
Nostromo. Okay.
Yeah. That was pretty close. How about do you know what Halloween was originally supposed to be called? Before they chose and decided to be on Halloween?
No, actually, I don't know that one.
The Babysitter Murders.
Oh, okay. I had heard that name before, but I didn't know that was what it was.
Mm-hmm. How about which horror movie has the most sequels?
That's got to be Halloween, right?
Mm-mm.
Holy shit.
Friday the 13th.
Really?
There's 12 total. Yeah. There's the original, and then they have
How many does Halloween have?
They have
like
11
10 or 11?
sequels. It has to be less. I'm pretty sure that they have, not including like the.
Oh, and you're not counting the spin-offs?
Not including like the Rob Zombie ones, like the OG ones. I think
yeah, because there is more Halloween because there's
I think there's
8 original, 3 of the remake, plus 2 Rob Zombie. So
Right.
there's 13 of those.
Yeah, but just like the OG ones, like.
So we'll agree to disagree.
Okay, I'll give you a half bell.
Sound like
Wait,
a
and
full bell to me, but
Nope, I stopped it. Let's see. Do I have any more other questions here? Oh, all right. Evil Dead 2. What was Ash's girlfriend's name?
Mhm.
It was the same name for both movies.
Nancy.
Nope. It was Linda.
Oh, fucking Linda.
Oh, I forgot. I also had in here, which was I knew you already know, but I was gonna throw this as one of the easy ones. Who's the mask they use for Halloween?
Shat Dog.
Yep. Sure was. Oh, you get a bell for that. And the last one I had was supposed to be another easy one. The line that's written over and over and over in The Shining.
Oh. Wait. No work, no play, make Jack a dull boy.
All work, no play.
Yeah.
I'll give you a half. Stop that.
Sad bell.
Yeah. Yeah, so those were some horror trivia questions I thought I'd throw out here for the episode.
Look at you being all prepared and shit.
I'm the host, son.
Hey, man, I took notes today, too.
What else you got in there? What do you got in your notes?
Oh, fuck. Okay, hold on.
Was that a good oh fuck or a bad oh fuck?
No, it's just putting on the spot. Oh, fuck.
Oh.
One of the things we wanted to touch base on, we talked about this earlier today, right? Want to talk about something really fucked up?
Go on.
The Passenger.
Oh yeah, the
yeah, we talked about
Passenger.
this earlier today.
Oh yeah, we were talking about because was that 23 or was that 24?
I saw it in 24,
No,
but it came out in 23.
It was 23.
It was Sundance 23, and then came out like
that was a fucking awesome hidden gem.
That was a fucking great show, bud.
Yeah.
And you know, like basically, it's like a buddy cop film, right? Like Beverly
Kinda,
Hills
yeah.
and
But
Bad
more
Boys,
intense,
but
yeah.
but fucking, you know, with this fucking nerdy kid and a psychopath
Yeah.
as his, you know, chauffeur.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to kind of go through what?
Yeah,
it starts
yeah.
with? Yeah.
Break it down.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck. All right.
It's basically like a nerdy kid and this psycho working like a fast food joint. And I think the nerdy kid has like a crush on like the girl that works there, but she's dating like the cool guy, right?
Yeah. So at the beginning, they all show up to their random. It looks like honestly like a fucking Hardee's or some shit in the middle of the country.
Yeah.
And Benson, who is played by what's his name, John Gillum or something. I don't remember.
I don't.
what his
I've
next
seen
name
him in like a bunch of shit. But I
Yeah, he
don't
was
remember what his
the
name
kid
is.
from Haunting in Connecticut, if anybody's wondering. And then there's just like this guy who's just awkward and been picked on his whole life, and he starts getting bullied at his job by his coworkers. And all of a sudden, this guy Benson, psychopath, walks out to his car. It's one of the fucking coolest scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting out there, just leans against you. You can see he's visibly frustrated, hotboxing that fucking cigarette, right? He's
Yeah.
like, hotbox. He's like, motherfucker. And then he goes, opens the trunk, takes out a fucking shotgun, fucking walks inside and whacks everybody that's fucking in there, dude.
Yep.
Every fucking person except,
The nerdy kid.
yeah, for Randy.
Yeah.
Randy, the nerdy kid.
Yep.
And he's like, man, you got to learn to stick up for yourself. So it sounds like a pleasant storyline, right?
Right.
Minus like all the killing and, the fucking torture and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically, he takes him on a road trip with him,
To
basically his
teach him-
hostage,
But teaching him to stand up for himself.
confront things that
Yeah.
happened in his past. and
Right. Yeah.
there's almost a part of it where Randy like gets fucking in there and he's like, yeah, this guy's like he's like my fucking friend, right? Like, I'm
Mhm.
like, dude, you're fucking stupid, bro.
That one was done really well. I really like that.
It was, man. And then he fucking the stories behind it are the best part. Like in the beginning he has a name tag of fucking Bradley, and he's talking to his boss, and his boss keeps calling him fucking Bradley,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, yeah, actually, my first name's Randy, and you could tell he'd been working there for a year, so his fucking boss had been calling him fucking Bradley for a year. This
Yeah.
guy's too much of a fucking pussy to bring up and be like, hey, my name's fucking Randy.
Yeah.
Even when he does it, he doesn't even do it strongly. He's like, actually, my name's Randy. He's like,
Yeah.
well, you have Bradley on your name tag. He's like, you gave it to me.
Yeah.
Like the Parks and
Fuck,
Rec
bro.
thing.
Like,
Right.
and this is like it reads that, like, this is who you're getting into. This is the character. Is a guy who literally let his fucking fast food boss call him fucking Bradley for
Yeah.
a year.
It's that much of a pussy.
Yeah. So fucking Benson takes him on a fucking life journey road trip full of, I mean, between you and I, there was not 1 minute of that film that I didn't feel uncomfortable.
Oh yeah. No, it's very tense for sure. Being like that nerdy ass kid and then being stuck with someone that's a psychopath with a fucking shotgun and forcing you to be put into situations that you would never ever confront that you're now being forced to.
I could easily see that plot. Just a little bit of twist could be a comedy too.
Oh, it's a buddy comedy.
Yeah,
Is it a buddy
there's-
comedy?
there
For
is-
really fucked up people.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
there
it just-
is like a comic
you throw a
relief
few
to
more
it.
jokes in there.
Like
It's
Dumb
like,
and Dumber.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber, but Lloyd's a serial killer.
With a guy who fucking shoots up a fast food restaurant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I found his name too. The fucking guy in it, and guy who I really like is Kyle Gallner.
Mm-hmm.
That's
That's
his
the
name.
psychopath.
Yeah, he's the guy in the mustache, the guy from Smile that we were talking about earlier. And there's just not one moment of this whole fucking film where you don't think he's gonna like go off and
Oh shit!
stab
I didn't.
somebody.
Oh, that's the boyfriend.
Yeah, bro.
I didn't even put that together.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Fucking small world, right? He was also in Strange Darlings. I didn't do any research.
Oh,
on that,
yeah.
so let's not talk about that. But I liked it.
Strange Darlings was fucking
Yeah.
really good. I really enjoyed that one. That was something completely unexpected, and they lead you down one path for like a good, probably 45 to an hour until everything just fucking flips. And you're
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
Fucking bad shit's fucking happening here, man.
Yeah.
That dude's a fucking trip. He actually, in my opinion, he's a top 5 fucking mustache rocker in fucking Hollywood too,
For
man.
sure.
He
Yeah.
fucking has a mustache in everything.
Mm-hmm. So here's another one that I wanted to bring up. This is like an older one, but it reminded me like The Passenger kind of gives me the same feels. What was it that we were just talking about? Oh, Passenger. This one's
The
like
Passenger.
the Battery. Do you remember The Battery at all?
Mm.
This is 2012.
Yeah, you know what? That was the zombie movie, right?
Right.
Where they're stuck in the car because it dies.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So it's that last fucking 10 minutes. It's two buddies that are just surviving as a zombie. Jesus Christ, a zombie apocalypse, and it's just they're having fun with it and they're surviving, they're doing their thing. But yeah, man, that last fucking like 10 minutes of that film is just incredibly like
Fucking hordes around the car and shit, and you're just like,
it's so cool. Like it basically, this is what I love so much about it. And I don't give a shit about spoiling it because it's 12 years ago. But basically, they're driving down and I think they're fighting, and the one guy throws the fucking car keys like out in the field, and so they're there, and then all of a sudden the zombies start showing up, and then they're now stuck in this car for like days or something. Yeah,
days.
and they're just swarmed until the one guy's like, all right, I'm gonna climb up like the roof and then fucking try to jump over him and like run out there and like get back. And he's like, all right, so like just be ready. So when I get in here, we can fucking go. But the entire time the guy crawls out to the moonroof and takes off to go get the keys, the camera is just sitting in the car with the other guy the entire time. And it is like a straight shot for probably like
Oh, it's a while.
yeah, like 3 to 5 minutes, and it's just this. It's just you
Quiet.
stuck in the car with this kid while there's zombies like
They
smashing on the
didn't try
car.
to go on top of the roof at all.
The
That-
zombies didn't. No.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't climb up it. They're just on the side. They're like the slow dumb zombies.
Okay, I just try to.
It's
get
like
a
that Woody
visualization of
Harrelson
it.
film, like Zombies Can't Jump, man.
Okay,
You don't know that.
Yeah.
white zombies can't jump.
Yeah.
White Zombies Can't Jump.
But yeah, and then just that was what I thought was the coolest fucking thing is that you are already like been like watching them be stuck in this car for days, and now I'd be like, all right, well, basically if it's like us, I'm like, hey, Josh is gonna go out the car and go get the keys. You and I are just sitting in this car waiting for Josh, hoping he gets back with the car keys so we can leave.
Yeah.
And it's just you and I sitting in this car while the zombies are just shoving it around.
It's
and
almost like being stuck in the middle of the ocean. You're just like, yeah, I'm fucked.
yeah, but
Yeah.
just to be in that shot was just so fucking cool.
Oh,
I
yeah,
loved
it's
it,
so
dude.
fucking cool, man.
Loved it.
I like anything zombie apocalypse wise.
Yeah, me
anyway.
too.
I'm a slut for that kind of shit.
Me too. Train to Busan, so good.
Oh, dude, that's a banger. That's a top 5 zombie movie of all
Mhm.
time, dude. My
Uh,
buddy fucking hates it. He fucking
Why?
He fucking tells me that the ending was bad because it involved like it has like an emotional ending, right? It's
Yeah,
not
because
like
that big
something-
guy that they're asshole, like they're fighting, but he ends up like sacrificing himself to like help out.
save his kid and
Yeah.
all that. Well, guess what? My friend's a cock and doesn't like any sort of emotion at the end of a movie. So he was like frowning upon him. Everybody else I've introduced to that movie thinks it's like one of the best zombie
Oh,
movies
for
of all
sure,
time.
it really is.
I got one friend. And
Fuck
he's-
him.
There's
fucking-
always one guy.
Yeah, there's always that one
Yeah,
friend.
he is. He's also never watched The Thing or any of the Alien movies.
How could you even be friends with this guy or trust his opinion?
Oh, I don't. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He watches a ton of B slashers like Hell House LLC and all
Sure,
that
those
shit.
are fine.
Fucking draws the fucking line. Yeah, fucking anything.
That's
fucking
ridiculous.
Alien. Yeah, The Thing. He doesn't fucking watch any of it.
That's so dumb, dude. Especially the thing is so good.
Oh, dude, it gets under my buddy's skin so bad. Like my buddy like listens to these conversations. He's like, "Oh man, The Thing's the greatest fucking movie of all time, brother." Like, and then he's just like, "Yeah, I think it's kind of fucking stupid." I'm just like sitting there and I'm like, "Well, you're wrong,
Yeah.
and you're being over emotional." There we go.
Let me see. I'm trying to think of also like movies that were not great, and I'm wondering if you like them.
Oh fuck.
I know we all right. So we already went over like Watchers.
Yeah, Watchers was dog shit.
Let's see. Cuckoo was man. Did you watch Cuckoo?
I did. I liked it.
Mm.
It really didn't like change the way I looked at film, and it was probably a one and done for me.
Yeah, for sure. House of Spoils fucking sucks.
You told me not to watch it, so
yeah,
I didn't watch
don't.
it.
The first Omen, hated it. Jess and I went to the
Oh,
theaters to see
God.
it, and it sucked.
They fired the director. They're doing a new one. They're like rebooting it. Or
Why? We
whatever.
don't need to do that.
I agree, but you're trying to capture young audiences, I guess, which is bullshit. But that's
It might
just-
be also a licensing thing. Like they keep having to put out a movie every couple years to keep the license.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's actually a good.
because they
fucking
done that
call.
with, like Fantastic Four. They'll just put out shitty movies just to keep the licensure as long as they did, just so like Disney didn't grab it or whatever.
That's fucking dumb.
Yeah, Hollywood is for cunts.
That's fucking
Bottom
dumb.
Can I say that on your
Yeah,
podcast?
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
We say it
Well,
all the time.
Can I say it again?
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah, cunt.
There you go.
.com.
Is there a cunt.com?
I'm
I
sure
kinda
there
wanna
is.
know
We
I'm
what
don't
sure
know
there
it,
is.
though.
You should Google it and look see if
If
there
we,
is one.
maybe we should not.
I'm sure you've probably Googled worse things.
I plead the fifth.
I definitely have for this show.
That's true. We probably put your Google search through hell for
yeah,
this
yeah.
show.
I'm on some watch list or something.
Lisa Frankenstein.
Didn't watch it. No interest in watching it.
It's very childish.
Yeah, it's
I was
kinda
kinda
vague.
hoping-
Lisa Frank, like the
Oh, no,
90s
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I'm sure it was probably a play on words for
Okay.
that. Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
it's Lisa Frankenstein.
Well, what the fuck's it about? Because I've been wondering. So
It's one of all right. So you remember the little boy from Big Daddy, right? It was played by twins,
yeah,
but
Yeah.
one of them, as an adult, he basically he gets brought back to life, and there's like it's a high school girl, and she's obsessed with like macabre things, and her dad remarried some fucking cunt, and she's got a cheerleader sister, and it's
we're just gonna roll with saying cunt.
Cunt.com.
nonstop
yeah,
this
yeah, yeah,
episode.
yeah. And basically,
Did you just plug cunt.com? I don't even know it exists.
it's
It's probably like for like some oddball trailer utility thing that we have no idea. Like,
Probably.
get
Yeah.
your cunt motor for fucking your John Deere
We keep telling them
tractor.
to change the name.
yeah. Yeah. So then basically, the Frankenstein comes back from a storm that hits his tombstone, and he's from like the fucking like 1800s or something, and like he's like she like hides him in the closet, right? He's like missing a hand, so like she has him kill this person that was like trying to like rape her at a party, and he cuts off the hand, and then he puts him in like a tanning booth that puts it on like high powered, and it like electrifies him, and now he's got like a working hand, and it's just very high school kind of movie. Not great.
You know what that makes me think of?
No.
You fucking watch this movie. Did you watch stop motion, right?
Oh
It's
yeah.
literally the same fucking thing.
Yeah, but at least that was like creepy and more adult. Like this is
This
very
was
like this Lisa Frankenstein could have been like probably a Disney movie.
or on exploitedteens.com,
like-
it sounds like. That's another plug.
Yeah.
There you go. You have to buy a bunch of websites after this.
Azrael.
I watched part of it. Honestly, like I didn't really watch all of it.
We shut it off halfway through.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, so same.
They're like, this is just fucking dumb. None of this is even making any fucking sense.
It was probably like a fine movie. It just sold it as something that it wasn't. Like I look at the preview and I'm like, oh man, this is like totally a great horror action film. It ain't. It's like
No.
fucking Hunger Games, but like
Kinda. Ish. But
Low
like
browish.
so many, yeah, but there's like but it's for like forest creatures.
or
I don't know.
fucking whatever, man. Whatever
Yeah.
that dog shit is.
And then the last one, Quiet Place.
Day one.
Day one.
I
Meh.
liked it.
It was fine.
It was memorable-ish. I could have fucking gone without, honestly.
It's
So,
memorable
like-
because I just watched it, but meh.
Yeah. I actually went. I usually see all this stuff in the theater, full transparency, but I went and saw that with my daughter, and she even agreed that it kind of sucked. And she likes everything, so if she says it sucks, it's probably not that bad.
Yeah.
Or it's probably not that great. But yeah, I mean, like those, like the third installment of any of those series is always kind of a drop off, right? They
Yeah.
kind of just like wrap
Cash
it
grab.
up. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
even if it's a origin story.
Like you get through the first one. The first one is obviously groundbreaking. The second one is really good too, and then you're just like, third one, they're just doing a prequel now. Anything
Just
that's
for fun.
prequel is just usually 90% garbage.
Yeah. Is there any prequels you think that did come out pretty great?
Red Dragon was pretty good.
Red
Talking about
Dragon was
lately?
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think about something offhand
that-
where like some prequel. There's got to be something in there that I'm not thinking of.
Yeah, same. But I think that typically, yeah, it's just when they do like remakes and shit. Oh, here we go. Apartment 7A,
Oh, okay. I haven't watched that yet. I watched part of it. I haven't been able to finish it.
which is a prequel to Rosemary's Baby.
Oh, okay.
It's the same exact movie.
Really?
It's just instead of the original one is like a couple, right? This one is just a girl that's trying to make it to like Broadway to being like a dancer, and
Yeah, and she gets pregnant, right?
and she gets
like, the
offered to stay at
devil,
this
yeah.
apartment. So it's like the same like idea as Rosemary's
I
Baby,
love her
but it's
though. By the way, she was in
the main girl.
Yeah, she was from fucking Ozark. Did you ever watch Ozark?
Not yet. It's on my list.
Oh shit!
I
Like,
mean,
that's
I'll
where
watch.
she
I'll
got her
watch
start.
everything that
Yeah.
like Bateman's in, but
The white trash girl.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
White Trash Girl. I actually don't know her actress name.
I don't
but-
either, but yeah, she's blowing up big.
Yeah, that was her start. She did this movie. She did really well in
She
it.
just got cast in the
Julia
Fantastic Four.
Garner.
Yep, that's her.
Yeah, she
Okay.
just got cast in the Fantastic Four movie coming out.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's one of the main characters in the Fantastic Four.
There's a cool little thing here in apartment 7A. The lady that's like the wife or whatever that owns the apartment building, it's the mom from Lost Boys. So that's fun.
Really?
She's still alive. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if my mom's still alive, I trust that mom would be still alive. Right?
Sure, but I'm just saying that like you never really know like when you have because in the fucking when Lost Boys is out, she already looked like that she was in like her like 40s or 30s or 40s. I don't know. She looks old in that movie.
That's a lot of the '80s actors and whatnot. Like even like
Hey man, things were rough in the 80s.
oh, they were.
Yeah.
I mean, like you're 21, you look like you're 72.
Yeah, that's true.
With a really awesome
Sweet mustache.
Yeah, really sweet mustache. Really awesome fashion too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, unless you got anything else that you're wanting to throw in here, I feel like this whipped by so fucking fast,
did.
and I feel like we got barely
We can
through
do definitely a part
anything.
two.
I know it's like we touched base on like maybe 8 movies.
Yeah,
With,
we just
like,
got
a
through like
ton of
24 and a
shit,
couple randoms. Yeah, we didn't even get through like previous years or video games or anything.
I know that, man. Yeah, we didn't do video games either.
No, this went by way too fast. So we'll definitely have to have a part 2 then.
For sure.
Okay.
I'm down.
Well, that being said, thanks for listening, guys. Shoot us a text, leave us a voicemail. What's your favorite scary movie? You see what I did there?
I see.
Right? See that? See what I
Yeah.
did there?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it.
Let us know which of these movies that Josh and I had spoke of. Were you gonna say something?
I was gonna make fun of you, but I don't remember what I was gonna say, so I was just gonna let you continue on. I'll hold it off
Okay.
until we're done. Yeah.
Shoot us a text, leave us a voicemail. Any of these movies that Josh and I had talked about, whether you think they're also dope or if you think it was complete shit. And we'll talk about it on the next episode.
Hell yeah.
440-363.
0121.
Nice. That being said, at Pizza Bagels Pod and all the social medias.
Yep.
What's you said Blue Sky? Is that
Blue
the new one that
Sky,
we're on?
Twitter,
Okay.
Instagram.
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
We're getting that
Stay
one.
tuned for that.
Yeah,
later.
stay
Yeah.
tuned.
That's 2025.
After we buy cunts.com, we'll get the other one.
Yeah.
That's actually the real reason they brought me on.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you can.
And that's what we're talking about, part 2.
Part
Yeah.
2 is the OnlyFans.
Anything else you think that's to be thrown
No.
in there?
YouTube.
You know what? Also, how about this? If you are a video game player and you have a favorite horror survival video game, text that shit in or leave us a voicemail and let us know which one is the dopest and your favorite parts of it. We'll play that shit and we'll save it for when Josh comes back on. We'll discuss it. And again, that's 440-363.
0121.
Nice. All right. Well, Josh, thanks for hanging out. This was fun.
Pleasure, man.
Way too
Super
fast.
fucking- yeah,
right?
way too fast.
Time flies when you're having
That's what
fun.
she said.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's
Wait,
what
it's
I
over?
said to
Yeah.
her.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Hey.
Pizza Bagels with Tony and Dave. Oh, Pizza Bagels. That's the name of this podcast. Pizza Bagels.
So we have Josh on. We have 2 options for 2 games. We started this last week. It's Florida Man, or I have a Mad Lib for a slasher movie.
Let's do both.
Which one do
Let-
you want to do first?
Do this.
Well,
Let's do the Mad Lib.
Yeah.
Mad Lib
No, we
first?
can do the Mad Lib first, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
all right.
Yeah, this will be fun.
All right. So I need a small town name.
Oh, fuck.
Lodi.
Yeah, Lodi.
Lodi.
I'm trying to think about something that nobody knows, and I'm like, my geography's not that great.
That's
All
all
right.
right.
A holiday.
Halloween. Fucking A.
I mean, that only makes sense.
Yeah.
Actually, it'd be funny, like a slasher flick happening on like Hanukkah or
Valentine's
something.
Day.
Yeah. Well, no, because there is
Yeah,
My
there
Bloody
is.
Valentine.
Chinese New Year.
All right.
Yeah.
The name of a large event.
Woodstock.
Woodstock. Okay.
That's pretty good.
Blue collar profession.
Plumber. To me, that's the most blue collar shit there
Sure.
is, right?
Oh,
Yeah. Talk about a shitty job.
A unique weapon.
A unique weapon.
Garden shears. That's always a good one.
That's good.
All right. An adjective implying mental illness.
Sick. Like as in,
Oh,
check
yeah.
out this sick,
Sick,
skateboard
bro.
trick.
Yeah, brah.
Yo, dog.
A minor criminal offense.
Minor? What's the
Minor.
most ridiculous thing?
Jaywalking.
Jaywalking? Yeah, that counts.
Public intox? I don't know.
No, jaywalking's funnier.
Jaywalking. Funnier. A euphemism for sexual intercourse.
Boinking.
Hold
Or do you
on.
want something better?
Knocking boots?
Knocking boots.
It's been a while since that one's been brought up.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like it.
Knocking boots.
As you can tell, I put a lot of deep thought into it.
for sure. You spent at least 7 seconds on it, dude.
Act of violence. I need 3 acts of violence. in a
3
row.
acts of violence?
3 of them in a row.
Oh, fuck. Curb stomping?
Whoa.
Yeah, I went,
That's good.
I went in there, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Lobotomy? Is that
Mm,
an act of violence?
I mean, it's a medical procedure, but fuck
Shoot.
it. Let's use it.
Yeah.
Who cares? All right.
I mean,
so,
I've just seen it used in some fucking movies, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to be creative here.
so yeah, curb stomping, lobotomy, and what else?
Tar and feather?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. I'm just trying to make it interesting.
No, this is great.
All right. Objectifying adjective.
Scumbag.
Nice.
Common
yeah.
use. Yeah.
All right. Body parts typically considered sexual appealing.
Armpit.
So I'm surprised you didn't go straight to balls.
Nose hole?
I was gonna go-
I was thinking
I mean,
of
that's
weirder
funny
things.
because I was like, cankle.
Yeah. But let's go with cankle.
Cankle it is.
Yeah.
Oh, we can go cankle. All right.
All right. And that's it. We got the small time name. All right. Welcome to Lodi. It's almost Halloween, and the whole community is excited for Woodstock. Unfortunately, the festivities are about to be interrupted by a psychotic killer dressed as a plumber and wielding a garden shear. The party really gets started once the
Party gets
Oh.
started. What?
the party really gets started once the sick madman set the sights
You
on
had said it that way.
the group of I had to say it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sets his sights on a group of teenagers who just want to jaywalk and go knocking boots.
Let's call that one say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. Man.
One by one, the revelers, Revelers,
Revelers?
revelers are curb stomped,
Nice.
given a lobotomy,
Mm-hmm.
and tarred and feathered.
Hell yeah.
Like, why would you tar and feather them last? They're already fucking dead. Just for show.
In that
Until-
order.
Until only one, a scumbag young woman with gorgeous cankles remains. Can
I'm
she
a sucker
survive?
for cankles, man.
Can she survive the encounter with the Lodi slasher?
Nice. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Hell
Why
yeah.
would you tar and feather the bodies after they're already
That's the
dead?
calling
You gotta
card.
save room for the cankles.
That's your calling card.
Yeah, it's tar and feather.
Well, you don't go all the way to the ankles, so you got the cankles.
Yeah.
He would tar and feather his victims except for the cankles.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. All right, I need your birthday.
1/15/1983.
Okay.
This is a little bit that we're I think we're gonna make a regular thing is the Florida Man. So you get your birthday,
Oh, I'm
and then
looking forward to this.
and Tom Boy will let you know
January
like what
15th.
what Florida Man thing will happen.
Okay. Florida man accused of with his underwear around his neck, accusing of prowling the same. Oh, hold on. All right. Florida man with his underwear around his neck, accused of prowling in the same yard as reported is a bonsai tree theft.
So this guy just puts underwear around his neck and then steals bonsai trees.
Yeah, or at least it was caught in the same place that bonsai trees were stolen from.
Oh my gosh!
Where the fuck did bonsai trees even come from? Not Florida.
Florida,
right?
apparently.
Wait, what?
Isn't that a Japanese thing?
Yeah, well, you can bring them down.
Sure, and grow them.
I mean, they were around in New Jersey in Karate Kid.
Fair enough.
Oh no, I'm sorry, that was California.
So they resurrected Mr. Miyagi to
Yeah.
grow bonsai trees in fucking Florida. Now that
let's
should
find
be a
another
movie.
one.
Yeah.
Florida man hits his vehicle, then steals vehicle belonging to Good Samaritan who stopped to help.
That sounds about right. Smash the vehicle. Someone's like, "Hey man, are you okay?" It's like, "Yeah, give me your fucking
Oh,
car."
here we go. Here we go. I don't want whatever that is. Okay, Florida
I see you
man
struggling over there. Josh has got a piece so
Oh,
bad.
sorry. This is it.
This is it.
Dying.
Florida man hurls sandwich at Subway employee because he was upset how I was cut after WTC.
He's after what?
How it was cut. He threw it back at the
Oh my
employee.
god.
So he got
I
arrested.
wanted
for
this thing
assault.
cut into fucking thirds, you asshole.
I want the quarters cut off like my mom did.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for listening, guys. 440-363.
0121.
Bye-bye.
Bye.